Hi guys, welcome back. Since we're learning JavaScript, I wanted to take a step back and talk about the most popular JavaScript frameworks out there. Now you must have heard about React, Angular, Node.js, and you might be confused where exactly they stand in the JavaScript ecosystem. And this is why I wanted to create this video, and I created this diagram to show you the entire ecosystem of JavaScript. And I'm covering only the most popular frameworks out there. There are so many more, but they won't fit in this diagram. So JavaScript obviously is at the center of the entire ecosystem. And above JavaScript are all these server-side frameworks. And below are the client-side frameworks. Now in the server-side frameworks, you have Node.js, obviously. And if you add TypeScript to Node.js, and also if you add a few more functionalities, then you get Nest.js, which is another framework on top of Node.js. And then you have Molecular, which is a microservices framework, which uses Node.js. And then you have Koa, Happy, Fastify, and Express. And all of these are used for routing and creating routes, basically, and are middlewares and all of these are different JavaScript frameworks as well. And then you have, at the client side, you have React, Angular, and Vue.js. Most popular of these are obviously React and Angular. And these days, React is gaining much more popularity. Vue is much lighter, as they say, and React has a lot more functionality. It's quite fast as well. And Angular has a lot of functionality, but it's also bulky. And this is backed by Google. React is backed by Facebook, right? With React, you also get Gatsby, which is a static site rendering platform or framework, sorry. And Next.js, which is used for SEO. So you can do server-side rendering with Next.js, right? And you also get React Native. So React Native is used to create mobile apps, both in iOS and Android at the same time. From Vue.js, you get Nuxt.js. So in our channel, we'll be covering JavaScript, then we'll cover Node.js, a bit of Nest.js, Molecular as well, and then we'll be using Express mostly. And then we'll be using Next.js and React.js. This is all the things that we'll be learning. So you can obviously stay subscribed so that you can get to learn all of these different things. And this is basically what I wanted to show you, right? And React.js is quite central since you get these three different frameworks from it. And then Node.js is also quite central, right? And obviously JavaScript is central, and you're learning everything about JavaScript that there is. So I hope things are much clearer now, right? So I've used terms like server-side rendering and static-side rendering. I know it must be confusing, but when we cover Next.js and Gatsby and React.js, you'll learn about all of these different things and why these frameworks had to be created, and React alone is not sufficient, right? And there are particular use cases for these. You don't always have to use these. React.js is sufficient enough, but there are particular use cases where you have to use these type of frameworks as well. So we'll talk about all of that. And for now, I think this diagram might just make everything much clearer. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you're liking these videos.